This thing, yes. John Palmer designed the into the pump rooms, just the inside, which is just as well, really, because, well, it was crap at exteriors. Look at that. Bloody good against Jehovah's Witnesses. I just stand there for days sometimes. I think I've got a couple. I'm not laughing. In fact, someone actually explained to me a couple of days ago the reason why all Jehovah's Witnesses have inverted nipples. And do you not know that, madam? It's a well-known medical fact. And apparently the reason is people going, "Get off my porch." Little fact about John Palmer: he also invented basketball. Many years ago. Obviously, very one-sided with just the baskets, and bloody difficult to get your ball back. But the reason that John Palmer never actually needed a front door was in fact telepathic. He was a mind reader. And at this stage, we are going to prove that there is such a thing as mind reading. Before we do that, we should just find out how the group stands on the issue of mind reading. So if you do believe in mind reading, if you do believe in telepathy, just think, I do. That's quite a lot of you. That's good. Okay. Not sure about the Norwegian lady. Can understand if for those of you who are telepathic, here's a quick joke for you. First of all. You've heard it before. Okay, so that was obviously mind reading on my own is very easy. I know what I'm thinking most of the time, so we're going to need someone to help me to say. Gentleman there in the blue shirt, do you mind helping for a second? Stay there, sir. Stay there. We can laugh at you there. Done with that. And your name first of all is Chris, and you're from Bristol. Chris, what I'm going to do is give you the choice of two categories, Chris. Okay. From those two categories, I'd like you to choose a single category. From that one category, choose a single item. You understand what you have to do, Chris? Yes. You can explain it to this guy. We lost him halfway through. Okay, just glazed over. Your choice of categories, Chris, are either a famous Bolivian philatelist of the 18th century, and not one of the obvious ones, make it hard, okay, or a number between 0 and 100. Which one of those two categories would you like there, Chris?
Probably go for the second.
The second one. Slightly worrying pause there, because I should explain, ladies and gentlemen, when I woke up this morning, I had a premonition. I got up, washed the sheets, and had another one actually, but I have made... thanks a lot over here, nothing at all over here. I've made a prediction. I've made a prediction inside this small case, and believe it or not, it is a number between 0 and 100. Thank you. You should get out more often. Okay, now obviously some of you not very impressed with that. Very sadly, some of you are. So we shall take this one step further, and as you are local, Chris, this is important. Honestly, before tonight, we haven't pre-arranged anything, we haven't set anything up. No. I've got the wrong guy. Hang on a second. You're risking with Chris. I asked you to choose a category. Yep, you chose the number category. I asked you to think of any number between 0 and 100. Yeah. Have you thought of one? You thought of one. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be an uphill struggle tonight, isn't it? That was a small joke, slightly smaller than I was expecting. We are going to prove that there is truly such a thing as psychic ability at this stage, by displaying that across the country there are things called ley lines. These are nothing to do with 0898 numbers. These are invisible. Now we found your level, so that's good. These are the one. Love the chat. I'm a bit busy at the moment. Okay, so these invisible lines, where they cross, are considered by the Druids to be points of great mystical power. Stonehenge is built on the intersection of 3 ley lines, but here, within the city of Bath, there is a point, the intersection of 2 ley lines. And tonight I'm going to attempt to find it using my psychic ability. To prove that it is just my psychic ability that I'm using, I'm going to do this blindfolded. Just something I've got into recently. Now, I know what... thanks again, still nothing over here. Over here I'm doing comedy, over here tragedy. And I'm I I know what some of you may be thinking. It's possible to see through the blindfold. It's a big crowd. We can't go around and get each person to check it individually. Maybe we'll just get one person to act as a jury. So, would you mind helping out just for a second, just to check out the blindfold? That'd be wonderful. Just like to come over here for a second. That's wonderful. Your name is?
Giles.
Giles, and you're from?
Norwich.
Norwich. Giles, I'm going to place it up against your eyes. I want to stretch, strain, try and see through the blindfold. If you can see through it, say so. I don't mind at all. This should prove beyond doubt that the blindfold is completely opaque. So really go for it, Giles. Try and see through there. Can you see anything?
Nope.
Didn't even flinch, okay? I don't need any more proof than that. So, Giles, stay there. I'm going to ask you to do one more thing. First of all, young Matthew, you're going to be the keeper of the crate, young man. It's a very important job. So, saves me carrying it, so that's good. Okay. You pay less, kid. You work your passage, okay? If you could just help out by doing one more thing, Giles. If you could just tie the blindfold around the back of my head there, and then make. That's right. It's his camera. I'm sorry. Okay, so yeah, there we go. Tie the camera. Tie the. Looks good and tight there, Giles. Yeah, grab a handful of hair. That's a good idea. Escape from the bloody thing. That's lovely. Excellent stuff. That's wonderful. Grand job. If you'd like to go back to your place in the crowd now, thanks very much for helping out. Really appreciate it. So now, ladies and gentlemen, completely blindfolded. Can't see a thing. How many? See, not a clue. I'm going to attempt to find the intersection of those two ley lines. But as I make my way off, please, all of you, do stay very close behind me, okay? Because it's bloody embarrassing to walk off like this on your own on a Wednesday night, especially in the red light district. So people mistake you for Hugh Grant. It's very embarrassing. So I'm going to start off fairly slowly. Once I pick up the signals, I have been known to move off fairly quickly. It's called a psychic surge, if that happens. I think you misheard me there, madam. Either that or you're going to be very disappointed. So do stay close behind me. We're going to try and pick up the intersection of those two ley lines. Make our way from this direction. This is good. This is a crowd party. You've gone home. It's one of those things. Take those glasses, take those signals. Making our way. That's good. Start,